Job interview conversation.
Why do you want to work in this industry?
I have always loved shopping, but my interest in retail marketing really started when I worked at a neighborhood boutique. I knew our clothes were amazing, but that we weren't marketing them properly. So I worked with management to come up with a marketing strategy that increased our sales by 25% in a year. It was great to be able to contribute positively to an industry I feel so passionate about, and to help promote a product I really believed in.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm really energetic and a great communicator. Working in sales for 2 years helped me build confidence and taught me the importance of customer loyalty. I've also got a track record of success. In my last role, I launched a company newsletter, which helped us build on our existing relationships and create new ones. Because of this, we ended up seeing a revenue increase of 10% over 2 years.
I'm also really interested in how companies can use web tools to better market themselves. And would be committed to building on your existing platform.
What do you think of your previous boss?
My last boss taught me the importance of time management. He didn't pull any punches, and was extremely deadline driven. His no-nonsense attitude pushed me to work harder, and to meet deadlines I never even thought were possible.
Why are you leaving your current role?
I've learned a lot from my current role, but now I'm looking for a new challenge, to broaden my horizons and to gain a new skill set. All of which, I see the potential for in this job.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years I would like to have an even better understanding of this industry. Also, I really love working with people. Ultimately, I would like to be in some type of the managerial role at this company, where I can use my people skills and industry knowledge to benefit the people working for me, and the company as a whole.
What's your greatest weakness?
I've never been very comfortable with public speaking, which, as you know, can be a hindrance in the workplace. Realizing this was a problem, I asked my previous employer if I could enroll in a speech workshop. He said, yes. I took the class, and was able to overcome my lifelong fear. Since then, I've given lots of presentations to audiences of over 100 high-level executives. I still don't love it, but no one else can tell.
What salary are you looking for?
I'm more interested in the role itself than the pay. That said, I would expect to be paid the appropriate range for this role, based on my 5 years of experience. I also think a fair salary would bear in mind the high cost of living here in New York City.
Why should I hire you?
I have been an executive assistant for the past 10 years. My boss has said time and time again that without me, the organization would fall apart. I have also taken the time to educate myself on some of the software I regularly use. I am in Excel whiz now, which means I can work faster, and take over some of what my boss would traditionally have had to do himself. What's good enough for most people is never really good enough for me.
What is your greatest failure, and what did you learn from it?
When I was in college, I took an art class to supplement my curriculum. I didn't take it very seriously, and assumed that, compared to my engineering classes, it would be a walk in the park. My failing grades at midterm showed me otherwise. I'd even jeopardized my scholarship status. I knew I had to get my act together. I spent the rest of the semester making up for it, ended up getting a decent grade in the class. I learned that no matter what I'm doing, I should strive to do it to the best of my ability. Otherwise, it's not worth doing at all.
How do you explain your gap in employment?
My work is important to me, so I won't be satisfied with any old job. Instead of rushing to accept the first thing that comes my way, I'm taking my time and being selective to make sure my next role is the right one.
When were you most satisfied in your job?
I'm a people person. I was always happiest and most satisfied when I was interacting with customers, making sure I was able to meet their needs and giving them the best possible customer experience. It was my favorite part of the job, and it showed I was rated as good or excellent 95% of the time. Part of the reason I'm interested in this job is that I know I'd have even more interaction with customers, on an even more critical level.
What did you like least about your last job?
There was nothing about my last job that I hated, but I guess there were some things I liked less than others. My previous role involved traveling at least twice a month. While I do love to travel, twice a month was a little exhausting. I didn't like spending quite so much time out of the office. I am happy to see that this role involves a lot less travel.
What motivates you?
I have always been motivated by the challenge of meeting a tough deadline. In my last role, I was responsible for a 100% success rate in terms of delivering our products on time and within budget. I know that this job is very fast-paced and deadline-driven. I'm more than up for the challenge. I thrive on it.
How would your friends describe you?
My friends would probably say that I'm extremely persistent. I've never been afraid to keep going back until I get what I want. When I worked as a program developer, recruiting keynote speakers for a major tech conference, I got one rejection after another. This was just the nature of the job. But I really wanted the big players, so I wouldn't take no for an answer. I kept going back to them every time there was a new company on board, or some new value proposition. Eventually, many of them actually said, yes, the program turned out to be so great that we doubled our attendees from the year before. A lot of people might have given up after the first rejection, but it's just not in my nature. If I know something is possible, I have to keep trying until I get it.